Did you ever have a look at your Excel settings? In this video, we're gonna go over some Excel settings in order to save you time and be more productive in your day-to-day job in Microsoft Excel. What's up, office people? I'm Dave, I'm a CPA. I go by Piggy Bank Accountant, hence the hat. Let's get into the first setting I want to show you. At the top, we're gonna customize your ribbon bar. So you go here, customize the quick access toolbar. So what I want to show you is that you can put some hotkeys up there and it's gonna save you a ton of time. As you can see, when I press Alt, I have a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that pops. So for me, I put the auto filter, which I will get back to later on. The just put filter. So when I do Alt and 2, it adds the filter there. Then I put the format painter and all kind of stuff that you can put there. Just your top 5 icons that you use. I want to get back on that autofill first one, auto filter. It's not the regular filter. So what it does, let's say I want to filter on Britney Spears here. I just click, I press Alt 1 and it filters on Britney Spears. If I want only the Division Rockstar, Alt 1, that's the auto filter. So let's show you how to customize your toolbar. You go here on the little arrow, you click, and then you go in more commands. And then you can go to popular commands, but you should also click on all commands. So that's where you are gonna find the auto filter. If you just go down and click A and then just scroll down a little bit, whatever you want there, you can even go up to Alt 6 if you have big hands, but I have small hands. So that was the first tip. The second Excel setting you should change is about the pivot tables. I'm sure you do pivot tables every day, so let's get deep into it. I just made a pivot table and let's say I will put some data in there. I will put the sell date in the rows. Let's put whatever the amount in the values. So here I have two things that annoys me. First, my pivot table looks disgusting. I prefer the tabular form. But first, if I do a equal, look at this weird thing. I get the get pivot data. I really hate this. And something else that I hate is that my dates here are kind of grouped. So I always go there into data and I go on group and then I see the real dates and see how the get pivot data is acting weird. So three things here: the layout, the get pivot data, and the dates. We're gonna fix the layout first. So what I normally like on my pivot table is that they are into tabular form. So report layout show in tabular form, and it changes when you start adding stuff like this. As you can see, my pivot table is more into a tabular form, where when it was in compact form, it was looking like this. For me, I always go in tabular form and I always put the repeat all item labels and I remove the subtotals. So we are gonna fix all of this because I do this every day, almost 10 times a day. I click on tabular form, remove the subtotal, so I lose some time. So we're gonna go into file, into options, and then we're gonna go into formulas. So we're gonna get rid of the use get pivot data, so you can equal and reference a pivot table and you can drag your formulas. You uncheck here use get pivot data function, and then you go into data. And the first thing I told you is about the dates, where you have to ungroup your dates and everything. So that's right here. You click on disable automatic grouping of date time columns, so that will fix the issue. And here you can also edit the default layout. So as I told you, I always like the tabular form. I click here, and then the subtotal, I put do not show subtotal. The grand totals, we can keep them if we want, and then show in tabular form. And of course, you want to check the repeat all item label. Thank me later. The third Excel setting that is gonna save you time is customizing your status bar at the bottom of your workbook. I'll show you. So let's say normally you want to do a quick sum or whatever. You don't need to type the formula. All you have to do is select your data at the top left here. And at the very bottom, as you can see, there is the average, the count, and the sum. It's really useful when you screen share, but what you need to know is when you right click, you can add multiple things in there. such as the minimum or the maximum. You can add the caps lock. So in case you're yelling and you don't know, you just click on the caps lock. Anyway, you should know if you're yelling. So that's it, the status bar, very useful. Now that your Excel is set up and you are ready to go and learn some more formulas, so you should watch this video where I go over the VStack formula, the take formula, and the choose calls, and many other array formula that are gonna skyrocket your productivity. See you next time.